All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, our two great kings, the gods that the King James Bible speaks of, which again, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who the world of ignorance calls Christ. True name is Yahweh Shai. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson on how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bashib Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video Hyperinflation is well on its way. Alright, and Lord wills, brothers can see on the screen, I have this video here from a long time ago, which I actually got to subscribe to them. They got some pretty good videos. And the title of the video is 1923 Hyperinflation GCSE History, Weimar, Germany, which Elder Tahar has spoken about this a few times. You know, when he speaks about hyperinflation, one of the examples that he uses is the Weimar Germany, or the Weimar Germany Republic, or whatever. And yeah, we're well on our way to hyperinflation. All right, here in Babylon, and I have an article to back that up. Not just in Babylon, but all throughout, you know, the world, in this beast system. All right, because all nations, all right, are all under a paper money system. All right, rather it's, you know, Federal Reserve notes, pesos, rubies, yuans, all right, whatever. All right, they're all under a banknote system, which all banknotes, all right, or all currencies, paper money, eventually all go to zero. They all become worthless. All right, and this paper money that we use now, you know, paper money that we use now is well on its way to becoming worthless. That's why you go in the store now, you need more dollars to buy anything, to buy things. The prices of goods don't go up, the value of the dollar goes down, and then that drives the prices of goods to go up. You need more dollars to buy things because the dollar is has become weaker, or is becoming worthless. So now you need more dollars to buy things, and that's why the prices in the store are through the roof, and they're going to continue to go through the roof. Because again, it's all about collapsing this current system, which is what the higher ups of Esau want to do. Collapse this paper money system and usher in the new system, which would be a digital system, which in order for you to use or participate in that digital money system, you're going to have the mark of the beast, which is the microchip technology. All right, which is obviously coming very soon with things like you know, the Genius Act, you know, Trump making statements like he wants America to be the crypto capital of the world. Everything going digital, you know, the whole system is set up for this chip. You know, it's just, everything is just in place for it, and now they're getting ready to tank this current money system. But I'm gonna play this video, some of this video, and then I got an article. So I'm going to play the video.
And a goods shortage means that prices are rising like crazy. 1923, hyperinflation. When
yeah, also there's about to be a major goods shortages, with these tariffs and things like that. With the kicking out of these so-called migrants, which leaves nobody to tend to these fields. So less product is gonna get to the store because there's nobody to harvest. All right, because Issachar mainly was doing most of that work, and there's nobody to harvest those fields. So you're about to see a lot less goods in the store, which is also going to help drive the price up.
Prices rise. This is known as inflation. This means that people need more money to be able to buy the things they need. However, in Germany...
That's what we're in right now. Esau, I tell you, we're in an inflationary period, which we are. And again, that's why it costs more money to buy things. The value of the dollar goes down, and that makes the prices of goods go up.
Government decisions are only making the inflation they're experiencing worse. The problem the government are facing is that between 1919 and 1923, their revenue is only a quarter of what they need. They need money to be able to pay their debts, but unemployment and failing factories mean that they're getting less tax money. Therefore, the government resort to printing more money. In 1923, the government has 300 paper mills and 2,000 printing shops dedicated to printing more banknotes. Initially, this makes it easier to pay reparations. However, overall, this only makes the inflation worse. It creates a spiral where the more prices rise, the more money gets printed, and the more money gets printed, the more prices rise. By 1923, prices are huge. A loaf of bread, which would have cost 1 mark in 1919, costs 100 marks in 1922.
Right, that's one part Elder Tahar mentions when he speaks about the Weimar German Republic, or the Weimar Republic. He said Elder Tahar uses an example of you might go into a restaurant or a store or whatever in the morning, and you come back in the afternoon, the price is way higher. And that's what we're about to get ready to see here in Babylon. All right, again, you might go to a shop or somewhere in the morning, something might be $5, and you come back later on in the evening, it's $20. So again, play that part back right here.
Money gets printed, the more prices rise. By 1923, prices are huge. A loaf of bread, which would have cost 1 mark in 1919, costs 100 marks in 1922, and by 1923 costs 200 billion marks.
Right, so in the span of 3 years, see how high it jumped? And that's what Babylon's going through right now. Because before 5 years ago, certain items that you buy now was way cheaper, but now it's way higher. And when inflation hits, again, like the example that Elder Tahar, which we're again well on that way to that, instead of a span of years it going up, now it's going to go up in a span of days. All right, again, you could go one day, it could be this, it could be $5, and you go back the next day, or even later on in the afternoon, it'll be $20. Then you go back the end of the week, it could be $100. All right. So this is what Babylon is experiencing right now, because things in the store now that we buy was way cheaper 5 or 6 years ago. All right. Now it's, through the roof, pretty much, and it's going to go higher.
This extreme form of inflation is known as hyperinflation. Normal living in Germany becomes impossible. People had to carry bundles of money in baskets and even wheelbarrows. Many workers are getting paid twice a day so they can rush out to the shops to buy goods before prices rise again. Some shops...
Yeah, see, that's what Elder Zahar really, when he spoke about this, what he was saying. All right, you rush to the store and try to buy certain things while it's still kind of cheap, because later on in the day it could be way higher, and that's what's going to happen here. All right, and not just here, all throughout the world. All right, because this whole paper money scam, fiat currency scam, is coming to an end. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is getting ready to close the curtain on it and put the spirit on Esau to introduce that CHIP. Go completely and utterly to digital money, and the end game of that will be that CHIP. I said I had a video to back it. An article, so like it. Pause it real quick. All right, Salaki brothers. Lord wills, brothers, can see on the screen. I have this article here from the Wall Street Journal, and this is for fair use purposes only. I'm not using this for any monetary gain. This is for educational purposes only. Fair use. All right, and it says, "Welcome to the grocery store where prices change 100 times a day." All right, it says electronic shelf labels are spending at grocery chains in Europe, and if it started in Europe, it's going to eventually trickle down here. Again, in the 3 city states, the money decisions and the law of the land decisions are made in Europe or London. So if it's happening there in the U.S., because the U.S. is here too, like it says right here, all right, electronic shelf labels are spending at grocery chains in Europe and the U.S., enabling instant price drops and rising fears of surging prices. All right, So again, read it again. Welcome to the grocery store where prices change 100 times a day. Does that not sound like Weimar, the Weimar Republic? The situation they went through? Prices would be this one day, and then you go back, it's something else the next day. All right, all due to hyperinflation. And again, Esau even tell you we're in a it's like not hyperinflation, but an inflationary period right now. Well on our way to hyperinflation. So again, welcome to the grocery store where prices change 100 times a day. Electronic shelf labels are spinning at a grocery chain in Europe and the US. All right, enabling enhanced price drops and raising fears of surging prices. And there it is. There it is. See, just a minute. Look, 70, almost $80. And now it's $82. Instead of having workers just walking around all day and changing it, they just put up a digital thing. Like everything else is digital tags, and then they'll just change it as the day goes on. This place is done, man. All right, it's finished. Shoppers in Norway are using are used to seeing prices at the grocery store change in front of their eyes on electronic labels that line the shelves that listed prices for eggs and for milk fades and screen blinks and a new figure flashes up all in a matter of seconds. Come on, that don't sound like what they went through in Germany. So hyperinflation is well on its way. Prices up and down, prices up and down. All right. Prices can change up to 100 times a day at, I'm not trying to pronounce that, brand grocery stores across Norway, and more often during holidays. The idea is to match or beat the competition with just the dollar is fucking going down the toilet, man. Again, all paper money is going down the toilet. All right. And when the shit really hits the fan, all right, it's going to be crazy. Because again, like they mentioned also in that video about shortages also drive with the prices. All right, which again, there's nobody to tend to these fields. All right, so these farmers are having to destroy a lot of their product or whatever, food or whatever. All right, because they can't harvest it all because they don't have the manpower to do so. So that's going to be less goods getting to the store also. So that's also going to drive the prices up. On top of, America is going through an inflationary period. All right, and really the whole world right now because again, all currencies are not doing so great. All right, despite what they tell you in the mainstream media, it is a matter of time before Americans also see the dramatic prices on groceries. Yeah, because of inflation, which is going to lead to hyperinflation. We're going to see this all in Babylon soon. All right. Even Trump told you. Hard times are coming. This is what he was talking about. This is really what they was talking about. When it comes to the economy, how bad the economy is. He was saying like, yeah, we're gonna see hard times. This is what you're gonna see in Babylon. All right, because Babylon is about to go through hyperinflation. All right, and this is what you're gonna see in the store. Again, we come back later on today or the end of the week, something that was $5 will be $25 now. All right. Despite what they tell you in the mainstream media, things ain't good, man. All right. Get one precept, wrap it up. I know where I'm going. Try to beat this Pandora thing or whatever it's called. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. And they should cast their silver in the street, and their gold should be removed. Right, they should cast their silver in the street, and the gold should be removed. What silver and gold we use today is what? Paper money, fiat currency. All right. Why would they be tossing it in the street? Because it'd be worthless. Again, like that video said, it'll be worth. Well, at the end, I didn't play all that part, but like at the end of the video, they said they was pretty much throwing money away, pretty much, in Germany, the German Deutschmark. All right, this again, Elder Tahar has spoken about a few times. So Well, America's well on its way to that, man. Because what other purpose would it be for this? Again, instead of just having people walking around all day changing it, they'll just put up a digital tag like this. And then when the prices go up, the prices go up. Then you'll see it on this digital thing, like it says right here. All right. And it's happening now. Like in it was a video of this guy that worked at Target. He was going around showing how the prices had changed, how much the prices had went up dramatically. All right. So instead of having that, people walking around changing it, it'll just change on this digital tag. All right, which also show we're going to a digital money system. The whole system is becoming a digital system. All right. These traffic lights, all right, all over the place. When you violate or you drive too fast or you break the law, driving, they just take a picture of your tag, like with the tolls or whatever. They just take a picture of your tag, and then they'll build it on your tag through your C-hip. All right, Walmart, all of them sell these other businesses, these self checkouts now. All right. At the restaurant, you go in there, you don't even have to even talk to a person to take your order. You just go to the screen, punch it in what you want, all right, and pay with your card. But soon it's going to be you pay with your hand. All right, so the system is in place, man. It's coming, man. And this dollar is on its way out. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors again to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.